Good morning everyone. In a previous video we saw how to enable scripts in DaVinci Resolve by installing Python. So now we are going to check on our computer that Python is installed. And then we proceed to install a Whisper plugin that is used to create, starting from a video, automatic subtitles. These subtitles will also be translated automatically into English. And then we are going to install another plugin called Vosk. Unlike Whisper, is faster in the realization of automatic subtitles starting from a video. But it does not have the automatic translation of the subtitles. So in this video we are going to use Whisper. In another video, which I link in the description, we are going to install Vosk. Now we are going to check that Python has been installed, and we can see that by doing the Python test. It means that Python is installed well. If it gives us an error, we will see that Python must be reinstalled. So I invite you to go and see the tutorial on the installation of Python, and the installation of scripts in Python in DaVinci Resolve. These Python scripts only work on the DaVinci Resolve Studio version. Now let's see if Whisper is installed on this computer. And we can see that an error is being restored because Whisper is not installed. So let's download a tool that I created to install Whisper via command line. Let's download this zip file and unpack it. Now we can see that this file, unpacking it, will give us 6 batch files. Now in Windows, we open PowerShell as administrator. And we go to the folder where we have unpacked install Whisper. Now we open the file that modifies the first file. We select everything, copy and then paste it in PowerShell. Once pasted, we press Enter key. We see that the first step Chocolatey will be installed. It will take some time and give you some information. Once you have no errors, let's do the same thing with the second file. So let's open, modify, select everything, copy and paste in PowerShell and press send. You see that it will take some time. Here we open a prompt that asks us if we want to execute the script. We press all, which means all. Here we get the notification that tells us that Chocolatey is installed. So we proceed to step 3. Same thing. We open the file. Select everything and go to install FFmpeg. Here we also see a prompt that asks us if we want to launch the script. We press Enter key. Now we have the prompt that tells us enjoy using Chocolatey. It means that Chocolatey and FFmpeg have been installed. At this point we can see that if we follow step 4, we are given an error. This means that we have to restart the computer. Otherwise we cannot do step 4. Look. I copy, paste and execute. We are given an error. This means that we have to restart the computer and restart from step 4. So, once the computer is restarted, we do the same thing. We unpack the file. We open PowerShell as administrator. We go to the folder where we unpacked the file. Install Whisper and we execute step 4. We open the file 4. We go to open it with the notepad. We select everything. We copy, Paste in PowerShell. We press Enter key. And we see that now Whisper will be installed. I speed up the video because it takes a few minutes. Once step 4 is finished, we go to execute step 5. Step 5 is to uninstall Talk and then reinstall it. This is because we need it to read the CUDA drivers of our video card. And to speed up the process of creating subtitles and automatic translation. It asks us if I want to proceed and I press Y, which is for yes. Now we are going to complete step 6. Same thing. We open the file 6. We copy and paste. This step 6 enables the CUDA of our video card. If our video card does not have CUDA, there is no need to do this step again. We will see that when we are going to use the magicautoma tool that uses Whisper. If we want to speed up the process, we have to select CUDA as a driver. I did a test and it speeds up the process by 15 times. This step is also very long. So I speed up the video. Once the 6th point is installed, we restart the computer as before and then we restart magicautoma and DaVinci Resolve. We are going to do the Whisper test again and we see that this time we receive a message of OK. Now we launch the translator. We select CUDA instead of CPU because to make it faster we activate the Spanish transcription. We go to the English translation and click on Start. Probably at the first execution we will be replaced by an error due to the firewall. Let's see how we solve this error. I am going to click on Actions and I am going to tell him that Whisper can have the consent to execute everything in the device. Let's do the test again. We select CUDA again. Now we can see that we launch again and we open this window of the command prompt that is going to download the Whisper dictionary. We open the firewall again and it tells us that Python wants consent and we give consent to Python. All this always depends on the level of security of the firewall that you have set. I have done some tests on a computer that has a high level of firewall set, so it will ask us this. Now it is downloading the Whisper dictionary and I will speed up the video. This will be updated automatically every time there will be an online dictionary available. Now it is executing the script, so Whisper is working correctly. You see these windows and you see the prompts. Now if we go to the media pool, we see that 2 subtitles files have been created. One in English and the other in Spanish. First the transcription was created in Spanish and then the translation was created in English. As you can see, I can enable a track or less in Spanish or English. And you see how it was translated perfectly in Spanish. By clicking on the part of the subtitles, I can also correct both the transcription and the translation. The correct way to insert the subtitles into the timeline is this. Insert. Select. Subtitle to timeline with the timecode. As you can see both English and Spanish. Let's go see the result and see how it was translated.
Buenos días. Esto es una prueba de grabación para utilizar el nuevo modo de subtitulado de DaVinci Resolve. Haremos las pruebas pertinentes, pruebas más avanzadas y finalmente haremos una conversión a otro idioma a través del subtitulado.
I would say it is perfect. Well, it is a fairly long operation, but it is done only once. And I would say that for the result we have obtained, it is a great result. I invite you to watch the already existing tutorials on how to enable the Python scripts and how to create subtitles with Vosk, which are always here in this channel. That's all for the installation of Whisper.